I'm Tommie Lee, and this is the Scam of the Week. We are joined once again by the President and CEO of Your Better Business Bureau, Serving Northern Indiana, Jan Diaz. How are you doing today, Jan?
I'm doing well, Tommie. Thanks for asking.
So a lot of our listeners might not be aware that National Puppy Day is coming up on March 23rd, and it's a great reminder of the joy that a pet can bring, but it's also a really good time to talk about something that catches a lot of people off guard, and we've talked about this many times in the past: online puppy scams.
Yeah, that's right, Tommie. And I'm a pet lover, so finding the perfect pet should be an exciting experience. And there are many reputable breeders out there and rescue pet organizations and individuals who are offering animals. But there are also scammers who are taking advantage of unsuspecting pet seekers, especially online.
And it's heartbreaking to think that a lot of people are getting scammed while they're just trying to bring a pet into their home.
Yeah, it really is. And what makes it especially tough is that most people don't realize what's happening until their money is already gone. So this type of scam can leave you without your money and without your new and furry best friend. But here's the good news. Once you understand how this puppy scam works, it's a lot easier to spot the warning signs before things go too far.
All right, walk us through it, Jan. How does a puppy scam typically begin?
Yeah, it almost always begins with an online ad. So this is something you might come across on a website. It might be a social media post, or it could be a classified listing. So there's usually an adorable photo, often of a breed that's hard to find, and the price on the puppy looks great. And it's typically well below what you'd normally expect to pay for that type of breed. So what most people don't realize is that scammers frequently steal those photos directly from legitimate breeder websites. So the puppy in the photo is real, but the person selling it is only pretending to own the dog.
So right there, right from the start, the whole thing is designed to look completely legitimate.
Exactly. And once you've contacted the seller and expressed an interest in the puppy, the scammer, posing as a legitimate seller, moves quickly to collect payment from you for a puppy that doesn't exist or they don't own. So the thing is, the entire interaction with the scammer can feel totally normal. So you go ahead and you pay for the puppy. But after that first payment goes through, the charges start stacking up. So things like shipping costs, insurance, a special crate for the puppy, transportation upgrades. So each charge comes with a convincing explanation. And because you've already paid for the puppy, it feels easier to pay more as an investment and to protect what you've already spent. But what's happening is before long, you're spending far more than you ever planned, and then the puppy never arrives.
So the puppy, the listing, and the photos look real, but the puppy, whether it exists or not, is never going to arrive. And by the time you figure that out, your money is long gone, and so is the scammer.
Yeah, that's exactly how it plays out, Tommie. And scammers make sure of it by asking for payments through things like wire transfers, gift cards, peer-to-peer cash apps. Unlike credit cards, those payment methods have little to no built-in fraud protection. So this means once that the money is sent using those type of payment methods, it's extremely difficult to recover. So that's why we encourage folks to use credit cards for payments online. So scammers are also relying on the fact that when people are excited and emotionally invested in something like the joy of bringing home a new puppy, that person is less likely to stop and question something, even if it feels a little off.
Okay, Jan, what can families actually do to protect themselves before they find themselves in this situation?
Well, yeah, I like to just keep it simple. So here are 3 things that anyone can do to protect themselves. And the first thing is buy local if you can. Visit the breeder or visit the rescue organization in person. Meeting the pet and meeting the people face to face can make a huge difference. So if a seller refuses to let you visit the pet, or they keep making excuses about your ability to see the pet before you make the purchase, that's a serious red flag. And second, do your research before you send any money. You can read the reviews online, you can check independent sources, and you can also look them up on bbb.org to see if others have reported problems with that particular seller. And then third, just check the photos. You can do a reverse image search on the puppy's photo through Google Images to see if it's showing up from a legitimate website. So if the same exact photo is showing up on multiple unrelated sites, it's a scam. And the best thing to do is just walk away from that transaction.
Those are all really doable tips and very good ones. But Jan, what about somebody who's listening right now and they realize this has already happened to them or they're in the middle of it? What should they do?
Well, first, just report it as quickly as possible. Head over to our BBB Scam Tracker at bbb.org/scam tracker and file a report. So filing a report will help warn other people and gives the BBB the information that we need to track these scams down. And we definitely want to try to track as many down as we can. We can also detect patterns when multiple people report the same scam, and it helps us to investigate it further. So the more people who file a report, the better the chances of stopping the scam. We also encourage folks to report it to the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov. They're also working to protect our communities as well. And then we tell people, don't stay quiet about it. If the scammer used a real business's name or they impersonated a legitimate breeder, reach out to the real business directly because they're going to appreciate you reaching out. They need to know that their company name is being misused and that a scammer is impersonating them so that they can alert their own customers and help stop it from happening to someone else.
Jan, thank you so much for breaking all of this down for us today. National Puppy Day coming up on March 23rd. It should be a fun thing, and now everyone listening has the tools to keep it a fun thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, Tommy. And I say bring on the puppy photos. Just do a little homework before you open your wallet. So with a few smart steps, you can absolutely find a wonderful new companion to welcome into your home, and you can avoid the real financial and emotional loss that accompanies a scam.
Well said. They're pulling on your heartstrings so they can pull on your purse strings. For everybody out there, enjoy every single puppy photo that comes your way. Just slow down, verify the seller, protect yourself before you hand over any money. Be on the lookout for those alternate payment systems. Just a little caution goes a long way toward keeping both your heart and your wallet safe.
Yes.
All right, Jan Diaz from the Better Business Bureau, we thank you so much. We'll talk again next week on the Scam of the Week.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Tommy.
Podcasts by Federated Media.